When it touches milk, the whole milk gets curdled up. So like that, if we are coming in contact with material nature, mode of passion, mode of ignorance, completely you are changing off. So how to elevate this lust into mode of goodness and not degrade into mode of ignorance? By the prescribed method of living and acting, then one can be saved from the degradation of wrath by the spiritual attachment. So when you turn towards Krishna and start doing whatever like divine devotional service, then slowly your lust will be changed into love for Krishna. Then why do ever blissful spiritual entities come to material world under lust? Next question. Because of the misuse of their partial independence, the service attitude is transformed into the propensity to lord over material things. So you see, most of the time we are serving somebody else. At home also, as a housewife, you are serving your husband, you are serving your children, and if you are working, you are serving your boss. And wherever you go, the service is there. Service is always with our nature. But if that service is serving to yourself, then your senses will never be satisfied. But if you turn that service for Krishna, then there is a lot of change in that. So this we have to understand and we have to put that into practice. Then what one should incur? Then you get a doubt. So when you start having lot of money and you will have all the comforts, but you are not satisfied, then what will happen? Then you will put a question: why all this is happening? What is the who am I? What is my relationship with the Lord? Why have I come into this family? Why all these things? It will start. So you inquire about the Supreme, and then there is a word in Vedanta Sutra which is called Athato Brahma Jignasa. You will get that Jignasa, the inquiry thing comes into your mind. Then you will look at Supreme and you will ask, who is he? Then all that starts. Then you will come in. If you are a fortunate soul, you will come in contact with a realized person or a nice devotee, and you will start interchanging and asking some questions and finding out, and that is the beginning of Krishna consciousness. Then the origin of everything is from Supreme. So origin of lust is also from Supreme. That is, it becomes perverted in the material world. By coming in contact with the material nature, the love has been perverted into lust. Then how to make lust and wrath be spiritualized? By desiring everything for Krishna. That is in Krishna consciousness. Example, here we can take Hanuman. Hanuman had so much of anger with, he was serving Lord Rama. He was a great servant and he was a very great devotee of Lord Rama. Always used to say Ram, 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 Ram. And when he got angry with Ravana, the whole Lanka was burnt. So again, that wrath is very good because he is doing it for something good. Because Ravana was such a Rakshasa. And he kidnapped Sita Mata, and so much misery he caused for both Rama and Sita. And another example is Arjuna. Arjuna, he first says, I don't want to fight. But when Lord Krishna gives him all the message of Bhagavad Gita, in the end he says, yes, I will fight. And he fights so nicely that with full wrath, that is, unless they have that spirit to fight, you should have that spirit. Fighting is not an easy thing. So he exhibits his wrath on the battlefield. So again, for Krishna's sake only, because Krishna ordered him, he does it. So we'll come to one story here. So nice story. I think this I explained to you in the last class. That Durvasa Muni, Duryodhana, and I think I finished that. Akshaya Patra. Veena, you know, I think, no?
చెప్పండి అక్క. కొంచెం కన్నడలోనూ చెప్తా ఉండండి అప్పుడప్పుడు.
మహాలక్ష్మి మాతాజీ జాయిన్ ఆగి. హరే కృష్ణ. ಮಾತಾಜಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲೇಡೀಸ್ಗೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇಲ್ವಾ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ? ನೀವು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗ? ನಾನು ಇವಾಗ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಮಾತಾಜಿ. ಓಕೆ ಮಾತಾಜಿ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ನನಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ನಾನು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ. ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಮಾತಾಜಿ. ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ. ನಾನು ನಾಳೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡೆ, ಸಾರಿ ಮಾತಾಜಿ. ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಇವಾಗ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು. ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಮಾತಾಜಿ. సో ఇది వీణా, ఈ స్టోరీ తెలిసింది కదా నీకు, అక్షయ పాత్ర స్టోరీ?
లేదక్క.
ಕಾಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಕಾಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇವ್ರು ಪಾಂಡವರು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವಾಗ ದುರ್ವಾಸ ಮುನಿಗಳು ದುರ್ಯೋಧನ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೆಟ್ಟವನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ನೋಡಿದ್ರು ಪಾಂಡವ್ರನ್ನ ಅವರು ಹಿಂಸೆ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವನೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ದುರ್ವಾಸ ಮುನಿಗೆ ಅವ್ರು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ದುರ್ವಾಸ ಮುನಿ ಹತ್ರ ವರ ತಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ವರ ನಾನು ಇವಾಗ್ಲೇ ನನ್ಗೆ ವರ ಬೇಡ, ನನ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಮಂಗೆ ವರ ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದುರ್ಯೋಧನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ದುರ್ವಾಸ ಮುನಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಈಗ ನೀವು ಪಾಂಡವರು ಕಾಡಿನಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ದ್ರೌಪದಿ ಊಟ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಹೋಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಡಿಸೈಪಲ್ಸ್ನೆಲ್ಲ, ಅವರಿಗೆ 60,000 ಡಿಸೈಪಲ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನು ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೀವು ಪಾಂಡವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಸರಿ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅವ್ರು ಎಲ್ಲ ಶಿಷ್ಯರನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಪಾಂಡವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋದಾಗ ಅವರು ಅವಾಗ ತಾನೇ ಊಟ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವ್ರ ಪಾತ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ತೊಳೆದು ಇಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ ದ್ರೌಪದಿ. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಇಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅಡಿಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಆದ್ರೂನು ಪಾಪ ಧರ್ಮರಾಜ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಿ ಆ ನದಿ ತೀರದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ನಾನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬನ್ನಿ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಊಟದ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಸ್ನಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ದಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ದ್ರೌಪದಿ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಡಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗೋಗಿದೆ, ಇನ್ನು ನಾನು ಇವಾಗ ಅಡಿಗೆ ಅವ್ರು ಬರೋಷ್ಟ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಅಡಿಗೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಎಲ್ರು ಕೃಷ್ಣನ್ ನೆನ್ಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಆವಾಗ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಏನು ತೊಂದರೆ, ಏನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಈ ತರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಸರಿ ನೀನ್ ತೊಳೆದಿರೋ ಪಾತ್ರೆ ತಗೊಂಬ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಪಾತ್ರೆ ತಗೊಂಬಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಅಗಳಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಆಗಳು ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರು ತಿಂದಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅವ್ರ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ತುಂಬಿದ್ದೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ದುರ್ವಾಸ ಮುನಿಗಳು ಅವ್ರ ಶಿಷ್ಯರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ತುಂಬಿ ಅವ್ರ ಕೈಲಿ ಹಿಂಗು ಅಲ್ಲಾಡಕ್ಕೂ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರು ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಈ ತರ ನಾವಿದ್ದಾಗ ನಾವ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಏನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ, ನಾವ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲ ಹೊಟ್ಟೋಗೋಣ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅವ್ರು ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಹಂಗೆ ಹೊಟ್ಟೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಆತರ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ನೋಡಿ ಅವಾಗ ಬಂದು ಅವರು ಭಕ್ತವತ್ಸಲ, ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ತುಂಬಾ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ನೀನೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ ಗತಿ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೆಂಗೆ ದ್ರೌಪದಿ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾಳೋ ಅವಾಗ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಬಂದು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಇದು ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಹೌ ಹಿ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಸ್ ದ ಭಕ್ತರನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅವರು ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು. ಅದೊಂದೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ದ್ರೌಪದಿಗೆ ಸ್ಯಾರಿ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಸಭೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ದ್ರೌಪದಿ ಕರೆಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಫುಲ್ ಹಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಕೆ ಕೈ ಎರಡು ತೆಗ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮೇಲೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ನೀನೇ ನನ್ ಗತಿ ಎಂದಾಗ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಬಂದು ಅವರಿಗೆ ವಸ್ತ್ರ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಆತರ ನಾವು ಫುಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸರೆಂಡರ್ ಆಗ್ತೀವೋ ಅಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣನು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನಮ್ಗೆ ರೆಸಿಪ್ರೊಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ಎವರ್ ವಿ ಸರೆಂಡರ್ ಟು ಕೃಷ್ಣ, depending on that he will also reciprocate. If he surrender 100%, he will completely take in charge. ಇವಾಗ ಅರ್ಜುನ ಫುಲ್ ಡೆವೋಟಿ, ಅವನು ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಡೆವೋಟಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರ ಸೆನ್ಸಸ್ನ ಅವ್ರು ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡದೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣನೇ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಋಷಿಕೇಶ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರ ಹೆಸರು. ಅವ್ರು ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಅವ್ರ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಇವಾಗ ನಾವೇ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಏನೋ ಒಂದ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದೇ ನಾವು ಕೃಷ್ಣನ ಸರೆಂಡರ್ ಆದಾಗ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರೋ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಹೀಗ್ ಮಾಡು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಒಳ್ಳೇದೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವಾಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳ್ಳೇದೇ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನ್ ನಾವ್ ಮರ್ತು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾನ್ ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ನಾನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಯಾರು ಏನ್ ಕೇಳೋದು ಅನ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಾವ್ ನಡೆದಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನ ಹಾಳಾಗೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅವಾಗ ನಾವ್ ಯಾವ ಸಹವಾಸ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವೋ ಆ ಸಹವಾಸದಿಂದ ನಮ್ಗೆ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್, our life also will be like that. If you have good association, your life will be good. If you are having a bad association, your life is also going to get spoiled. So devotee association is very, very, very important if you want to progress in your life. Okay, one round japa madanva. Hare Krishna.
ಸರಿ
ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿ, ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಒಬ್ರು. ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ವೀಣಾ?
ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktarunda.
Thank you, Veena Mataji, for doing so nice chanting. Very nice it was. Every mantra you did it so well. Thank you so much.
Thank
So
you.
now, yeah. Now coming, Deepa Mataji, you have any questions, Mataji, about Karma Yoga? Hare Krishna. Are you there, Mataji? Deepa Mataji?
Hare Krishna Mataji. No Mataji.
Yeah, very nice, Mataji. So can you read that 43rd shloka, the last shloka?
No Mataji, I am hearing the.
Okay, okay.
Mataji Vodla.
Vodi, 43rd shloka, Vodi, concluding shloka.
एवं बुद्धे परं बुद्ध्वा संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो कामरूपं दुरासदम्.
Translation ಓದ್ಬಿಡಿ ಹಂಗೆ.
ಏವಂ ಹೀಗೆ ಬುದ್ಧೆ ಬುದ್ಧಿಗಿಂತ ಪರಂ ಶ್ರೇಷ್ಠವಾದುದನ್ನು ಬುದ್ಧ್ವಾ ತಿಳಿದು ಸಂಸ್ತಭ್ಯ ಸ್ಥಿರಗೊಳಿಸಿ ಆತ್ಮಾನಂ ಮನಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಆತ್ಮನ ಸಾವಧಾನದ ಬುದ್ಧಿಯಿಂದ ಜಹಿ ಜಯಿಸು ಶತ್ರುಂ ವೈರಿಯನ್ನು ಮಹಾಬಾಹೋ ಮಹಾಬಾಹುವೆ ಕಾಮರೂಪಂ ಕಾಮದ ಆಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿರುವ ದುರಾಸದಂ ದುರ್ದಮವಾದ.
Thank you, Mataji. So translation, I'll read in English. Thus knowing oneself, translation by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Thus knowing oneself to be transcendental to the material senses, mind and intelligence, O mighty armed Arjuna, one should steady the mind by deliberate spiritual intelligence, Krishna consciousness. And thus, by spiritual strength, we conquer this insatiable enemy who is known as lust. Raji Mataji, are you there? You want to purport చదువుతావా అది ఆ శ్లోక అది పర్పోర్ట్ ఉంది కదా భావార్థం ట్రాన్స్లేషన్ అయినాక భావార్థం ఉంది చూడు 43rd శ్లోక లాస్ట్ శ్లోక ఆఫ్ ద చాప్టర్ శారదా మాతాజీ యూ హ్యావ్ యువర్ బుక్ మాతాజీ శారదా మాతాజీ
Mataji, can I read what it is?
She's searching.
Okay.
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 Read. Raji Mataji wants to read, it seems. Mataji, Nita Mataji.
Yeah, okay, no.
Okay. You can explain, Mataji. Chadu.
கீதையின் இந்த 3ஆம் அத்தியாயம் உருவற்ற சூன்யத்தை இறுதி லட்சியமாக கொள்ளாமல் தான் பரமபுருஷன் பகவானுடைய நித்திய தொண்டன் என்பதை அறியும் கிருஷ்ண உணர்வினை முடிவாக சுட்டிக்காட்டுகிறது. பௌதீக வாழ்வில் காம உந்துதல்களாலும் ஜட இயற்கையின் வளங்களை அடக்கியாலும் ஆசையாலும் ஒருவன் நிச்சயமாக வசப்படுத்தப்படுகிறான். அதிகாரத்தன்மைக்கான ஆசைகளும் புலனுணர்ச்சிக்கான ஆசைகளும் கட்டுண்ட ஆத்மாவின் பரம எதிரிகளாகும். ஆனால் கிருஷ்ண உணர்வின் பலத்தால் ஜடப்பலங்கள் மனம் புத்தி ஆகியவற்றை கட்டுப்படுத்த முடியும். தொழிலையும் விதிக்கப்பட்ட கடமைகளையும் திடீரென விட்டுவிட தேவையில்லை. மாறாக படிப்படியாக கிருஷ்ண உணர்வை அபிவிருத்தி செய்து கொள்வதன் மூலம் தனது ஸ்வரூபத்தை நோக்கி செலுத்தப்படும் ஸ்திரமான புத்தியினால் பௌதீக புலன்களாலும் மனதாலும் பாதிக்கப்படாத திவ்யமான தலத்தில் நிலை பெற முடியும். இதுவே இந்த அத்தியாயத்தின் சாரமாகும். பக்குவமற்ற ஜட வாழ்க்கையை வாழ்ந்து கொண்டுள்ள நிலையில் தத்துவ அனுமானமோ பேரளவிலான யோகாசன பயிற்சிகளை கொண்டு புலன்களை கட்டுப்படுத்துவதற்கான செயற்கையான முயற்சியோ ஆன்மீக வாழ்வில் மனிதனுக்கு ஒருபோதும் உதவ முடியாது. உயர்ந்த புத்தியை கொண்டு அவன் கிருஷ்ண உணர்வில் பயிற்சி பெற வேண்டும்.
Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purpose to the 3rd chapter of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita in the matter of Karma Yoga or the discharge of one's prescribed duty in Krishna consciousness. Nita Mataji, you can read it in English, Mataji?
Yeah, yes, Mataji.
Please read
sure.
the purport, Mataji. Translation and purport.
Okay. Translation. Thus knowing oneself to be transcendental to the material senses, mind and intelligence, O mighty armed Arjuna, one should steady the mind by deliberate spiritual intelligence, Krishna consciousness, and thus by spiritual strength conquer this insatiable enemy known as lust. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. This third chapter of the Bhagavad Gita is conclusively directive to Krishna consciousness by knowing oneself as the eternal servitor of Supreme Personality of Godhead without considering impersonal voidness, the ultimate end. In the material existence of life, one is certainly influenced by propensities for lust and desire for dominating the resources of material nature. Desire for overloading and for sense gratification is the greatest enemy of the conditioned soul. But by the strength of Krishna consciousness, one can control the material senses, the mind and intelligence. One may not give up work and prescribed duties all of a sudden, but by gradually developing Krishna consciousness, one can be situated in the transcendental position without being influenced by the material senses and the mind by steady intelligence directed towards one's pure identity. This is the sum total of this chapter. In the immature stage of material existence, philosophical speculations and artificial attempts to control the senses by so-called practice of yogic postures can never help a man towards spiritual life. He must be trained in Krishna consciousness by higher intelligence. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji. Can you just brief it up, Mataji, whatever you understood?
Yeah, here in the beginning of the purport, Srila Prabhupada says that like in Krishna consciousness, by being in Krishna consciousness, one comes to know that one is the eternal servitor of Krishna, that is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And mainly in the material existence of life, we have this propensities, we have this desire, and because of this lust and desire, we dominate the resources of material nature. And from there we start having this sense gratification, which is our greatest enemy. Okay, and one can control these material desires and the senses through also the mind and intelligence by being in Krishna conscious. This is the main stressing point in this particular purport given by Srila Prabhupada, that one can control the senses, the mind and the intelligence by being in Krishna consciousness, and by gradually developing Krishna consciousness, one can be situated in the transcendental position, without the mind and senses getting again agitated in the normal way. So that we become pure. And in the last, Srila Prabhupada says that this is the sum total of this chapter, stating that in the immature stage of material existence and philosophical speculations and artificial attempts to control the senses by so-called, instead of practicing the yogic, the normal yoga and all through exercises, what earlier we used to, we have a lot of meditation exercises and yogic postures and all. So Srila Prabhupada says that instead of doing all that, just turn yourself to the devotional service in Krishna consciousness. And by this way, you can control the propensities of lust and desires and all that. Okay, Mataji, I could explain this much only.
Yeah, thank you so
Hare
much,
Krishna.
Mataji. You have nicely summarized, very nicely you summarized. So adding to Mataji's points, so in this age of Kali Yuga, people are very short-lived and they are very disturbed, and so they cannot follow this meditation, Ashtanga Yoga and other postures and all. That needs real dedication, and there you will be doing only for improving your health. That is not the last thing. The aim of any yoga is to connect to the Lord. So for that, in this Kali Yuga, the best process is devotional service. That's what Srila Prabhupada is stressing in this chapter. So by Karma Yoga also you can reach the Lord by doing Nishkama Karma Yoga. That is without expecting any results from whatever actions you are doing. Oh, I am doing all this for the service of the Lord, for pleasure of the Lord. When you start doing like that, without expecting any results, slowly, there is every chance of you getting connected to the Lord. And like Janaka Maharaja, we gave examples, no? They were all with such great elevated souls. There was no need for them to come in this world, but they came because Krishna sent them, so that they are an example, the examples for us to follow. And then Krishna himself came here, and there was no need. He is Bhagavan. There was no need for him to do all those activities, but he did everything to set an example that when we are living in this world, because of our this little independence we were given, we wanted to lord over the material world, and then we started suffering from the three miseries: Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, Adi Devika. But when we became saturated with lot of money and other comforts, at one time you get so frustrated, then they will think, what is there in this life? Then you start inquiring, and then you turn towards Lord to get to know. And if some bad things happen in your life, then again you get upset. So these miseries and happiness, they are all part and parcel of the life. But when you become Krishna conscious, you will take miseries also in the same way as you take happiness. So you will never distinguish between the two, because you will always think, oh, Krishna has directed all this, and he wants us to suffer, and he wants us to enjoy. So why should I worry? I have full faith in him. I will completely surrender to him. He will take care of my life. I need not worry. That worry is not at all coming in you. And you are always, every person wants to be happy in this world. And dukkha means you will feel sad. And so to be happy means you have to always turn towards Krishna and listen to your inner voice, they call, no? That is Paramatma. You're getting connected to the Paramatma. When Paramatma directs your life, you follow those whatever things are coming from inside. Chaitya Guru, he is acting as a Chaitya Guru from inside. And if you are still connected in the Krishna conscious movement, and when you get a Guru also, and you surrender to Guru, and with his directions, he will give a direction. With that direction, which is coming from inside through Krishna, coming from outside through a Guru, your life will be so nice. And you need not do things on your own decisions, which are always false. Because you are not sure what you are doing. But when the Shastras are there, and when you follow that under the Acharyas and spiritual master and sadhus, definitely your life will be very nice. That is the gist of Karma Yoga. Yes,
Mataji, ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಾ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಶ್ಲೋಕ?
ಹೇಳಿ.
ಅತಿ ಶ್ರೇಷ್ಠ ಮತ್ತು ಶಕ್ತಿಯುತವಾದ ಕೃಷ್ಣನನ್ನು ಅರಿತುಕೊಂಡ ಮೇಲೆ ಆತ್ಮನನ್ನು ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಲೆಗೊಳಿಸಿ, ಅಹಂಕಾರವನ್ನು ತ್ಯಜಿಸಿ, ಬುದ್ಧಿಯನ್ನು ಸ್ವಾಧೀನಗೊಳಿಸಿ, ಬುದ್ಧಿಯಿಂದ ಮನಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಜಯಿಸಿ, ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಿಂದ ಇಂದ್ರಿಯಗಳನ್ನು ಹತೋಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಇಂದ್ರಿಯಗಳಿಂದ ದೇಹವನ್ನು ವಶ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕು. ಈ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದ ಅತಿ ಶಕ್ತಿಯುತವಾದ ಗುಣಗಳಿಂದ ಹುಟ್ಟುವ ಅರಿಷಡ್ ವರ್ಗಗಳನ್ನು ಗೆದ್ದು ನೈಷ್ಕರ್ಮ್ಯವನ್ನು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು.
Very nice, Mataji. Very nicely put. All of us, one after another, can give points. So, Raji Mataji, Rajalakshmi Mataji, you want to, నువ్వేమైనా చెప్తావా కర్మయోగం గురించి? నువ్వు చదువుతాం కదా ఇంతసేపు. వాట్ ఎవర్ పాయింట్స్ నీకు అర్థమైంటే జస్ట్ 1-2-3 సెంటెన్స్ లో చెప్పేసి.
నేను ఎక్కడ కరెక్ట్ గా ఈ మంత్ అంతా అటెండ్ కాలే.
ఓకే. ఇప్పుడు డిస్కషన్ చేస్తాం కదా, దాంట్లో నీకేం అర్థమైందో కొంచెం చెప్పచ్చు, ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ కంఫర్టబుల్. ఇప్పుడు మాతాజీ చెప్పినారు కదా, వీణా మాతాజీ చెప్పినారు కదా, కొంచెం దాంట్లో నువ్వు పాయింట్స్ ఎత్తుకొని చెప్పచ్చు. లాస్ట్ లో చెప్పినారు కదా ఎట్లా ఏమనేసి, అంటే మనం మనకి 2 రకాల బాడీ ఉంది. ఒకటి గ్రాస్ బాడీ, ఇంకొక సటిల్ బాడీ. గ్రాస్ బాడీలో నీకు 5 కర్మ ఇంద్రియాలు ఉంది, 5 జ్ఞానేంద్రియాలు ఉంది, ఇంకా అన్ని ఉంటుంది. సటిల్ బాడీలో మైండ్, ఇంటెలిజెన్స్, ఫాల్స్ ఈగో. సో ఇవన్నీ నీది బాడీకి సంబంధించింది. బట్ నువ్వు సోల్ అనేది నువ్వు ఆత్మ. నువ్వు ఆత్మది ఏమి పని? నువ్వు వచ్చి నువ్వు కృష్ణుడిది, లార్డ్ కృష్ణలో నువ్వు ఒక పార్ట్ అండ్ పార్సల్ నువ్వు. సో నీకి సచ్చిత్ ఆనంద స్వరూపం, నీకు అన్ని కృష్ణ ఒక పార్ట్ అండ్ పార్సల్ అయిండే దాని నుంచి నువ్వు ఈ బయట ఉండే ఈ బాడీకి నువ్వు ఏమి ఒక ఇది ఇచ్చే పని లేదు. నువ్వు బాడీ చెప్పేట్లా వినే పనిలే. బాడీని నువ్వు కంట్రోల్ తెచ్చుకోవాలా. అంటే సెన్సెస్ ని, మైండ్ ని, ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ ని అన్ని నీ కంట్రోల్లో పెట్టుకుంటూ అంటే అప్పుడు నువ్వు ఏ ఒక చెడ్డదోకి పోయే ఛాన్స్ లేదు. సో అది రావాలంటే మనం ఏమేమో వేరే రకాల యోగాలన్నీ చేస్తే మనకి అయ్యలేదు. ఇప్పుడు పతాంజలి యోగా, హా అదే
కృష్ణ మూలకము గురువు వస్తాడు, ఆ గురువు మూలకము మనకి దోవ చెప్తుంది.
కరెక్ట్. సో అది చాలా సింపుల్ మెథడ్. ఏమి మనం ఏం పని చేస్తున్నా కృష్ణని తలుచుకొని చేస్తా పోతూ అంటే కృష్ణుడు మమ్మల్ని డైరెక్ట్ చేస్తారు. అవతల టెంపుల్కి పోయేది, కొంచెము జనాలతో కూడా కలిసేది, డివోషన్ వేరే నాన్ డివోటీస్తో కూడా చేస్తే అన్ని మర్చిపోతాము. ఎప్పుడు చూస్తేనో ఆ కిటీ పార్టీ, ఆ పార్టీ, ఈ పార్టీ అనేసి ఆ సంతోషంలో ఉంటాము. అదన్నీ వెట్టి క్షణికము. ఆ సంతోషమై ఇంటికి రండి తిరిగా బేజారైతుంది. అయ్యో ఏమప్ప కిటీ పార్టీ అయిపోయింది, ఇంటికి తిరిగా పోయి వంట చేయాలి, అది చేయాలని. అదే కృష్ణని తలుచుకుంటా ఉంటే మీరు ఏం పని చేస్తేనో సంతోషంగా ఉంటుంది. 100% మనము ఆ పనికి మనకి ఎట్లా చేయాలో బెస్ట్గా చేస్తాము. ఇంత టైంలో ముగించాలంటే అంత టైంలోనే ముగిస్తాము. మనము మెటీరియలిస్టిక్గా ఉంటే మనకి ఎంత దినమన్నీ వర్క్ చేస్తే కూడా పని అయ్యిండే లేదు. ఆ మాటలు గాసిప్ వీళ్ళ గురించి వాళ్ళ గురించి, అది దాని నుంచి ఏమొస్తుంది? మనలోనే ఒక అరిషడ్ వర్గాలు ఉంది. ఏమది? కామ, క్రోధ, మద, మత్సర, మోహము, అలోభ. ఆ లోగుండే ఆ 6 ఎనిమిస్ని మనం గెలియాల. దానికోసం కృష్ణుడు చెప్తారు, నేను ఇట్లా చెప్తాను, దాన్ని వినుకొని మీరు కరెక్ట్గా చేస్తారంటే మీకే తెలుస్తుంది ఎట్లా ఉండొచ్చు మీరు అనేసి. సో ఆ తాత్పర్యము కర్మయోగలా చెప్తారు. నెక్స్ట్ చాప్టర్లో ట్రాన్సెండెంటల్ నాలెడ్జ్ అంటే కృష్ణ ఏం చెప్తారు? డైరెక్ట్గా ఆయన గురించి చెప్పుకుంటారు. నాలెడ్జ్ ఆఫ్ ది అబ్సల్యూట్, ఆయన ఎవరు ఏమి అనేసి చాలా బాగుంది నెక్స్ట్ చాప్టర్. సో ఐ థింక్ కర్మయోగ అందరికి ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్గా అర్థమైంది ಅಂತ అనుకుంటాను. ಸರಿ, ನೈಸ್. ದೀಪಾ ಮಾತಾಜಿ, ನೀವೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿದ್ದೀರಾ? 2 ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್.
ಅದೇ ಮಾತಾಜಿ, ನಾವ್ ಏನೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಕರ್ಮನ ಇವಾಗ ಕೃಷ್ಣಂಗ್ ಅರ್ಪಿಸಿ ನಾವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆ ಕರ್ಮ ಅಂಟೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವ್ ಏನೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಕೃಷ್ಣನ್ಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣನ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಪಿಸಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ
ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳೋದು ಅಕರ್ಮ ಅಂತ. ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಅದೇ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಮೇನ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾವ್ ಯಾರು ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಕು ಫಸ್ಟ್. ನಾವ್ ಯಾರು ಅಂದಾಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ ನಾವು ಸರ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಲಾರ್ಡ್. ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ನಾವ್ ಆಗಕ್ ಚಾನ್ಸೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವೇನು ಈ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ಕೃಷ್ಣನೇ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಸರ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು, ಅವರಿಗೆ ತೃಪ್ತಿಯಾಗಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನು ಆಸೆನೋ ಆ ಥರ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸಂತೋಷವಾಗಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ನಾವು ನಮಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳಕ್ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಕಷ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟು. ಸೊ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ರಿಯಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾತಾಜಿ? ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ರಿಯಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳಿ, ಏನದು ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ರಿಯಲೈಸೇಷನ್? ಬರ್ತಾನೆ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಆ ವರ್ಡ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ರಿಯಲೈಸೇಷನ್. ಅದೇ ಹಂಗಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಅರ್ಥ?
ನಾವು ದೇಹ ಅಲ್ಲ
ಸಾಕ್ಷಾತ್ಕಾರ
ಅಲ್ಲ.
ಒಬ್ರಾಗ ಒಂದು ಹೇಳಿ. ದೀಪ ಮಾತಾಜಿ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿ.
ನಾವ್ ದೇಹ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಾವ್ ಆತ್ಮ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಕು.
ಅಷ್ಟು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ನಮ್ಗೆ ರಿಲೀಫ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ನಾವು ದೇಹ ಅಂದಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗಳು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವು ಆತ್ಮ ಅಂದಾಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಡಿಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಹೇಳಿ ವೀಣಾ ಮಾತಾಜಿ, ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿ.
ಅದೇ ಆತ್ಮ ಸಾಕ್ಷಾತ್ಕಾರ. ನಾವು ಆತ್ಮ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಕು. ದೇಹ ಶಾಶ್ವತ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಆತ್ಮ ಶಾಶ್ವತ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಕು. ಆಗ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಈ ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುಯಾಲಿಟಿ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ, ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಕಾನ್ಶಿಯಸ್ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತು ಈ ನಾಶ ಆಗೋ ಶರೀರಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವ್ ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತು ಪ್ರಾಮುಖ್ಯತೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದೇ ಆ ಸೋಲ್ಗೆ ನಾವೇನೋ ಪ್ರಾಮುಖ್ಯತೆನೆ ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅದ್ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಕು. ನಾನು ಏನಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನನ್ನ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಏನು, ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಂದೆ, ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಕು ಫಸ್ಟ್. ಅದು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಸಾಧನೆ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಅವಾಗ ನಾವು ಹುಡುಕ್ತಿವಿ, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳಕ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಏನ್ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಓದ್ಬೇಕು, ಯಾರ ಜೊತೆ ನಾನ್ ಮಿಂಗಲ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗ್ ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹುಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಅವಾಗ ದಾರಿ ದಯರೇ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಶಾರದಾ, ஏதாவது சொல்லுங்க ಶಾರದಾ. ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா. அன்மியூட் பண்ணிட்டு சொல்லுங்க ஏதாவது உங்களுக்கு தோணுது. Please, you can tell in English only.
Okay. Today's thing means how we was telling is, but we have more of material attachments. So we have lust, and then we get into anger and all that. So when we go more of devotion means, then we will have not this lust and all that, no? Anger will be less. Okay.
Yeah, lust will be turned into love.
And little anger and all that will be free of all that things.
Yeah. So what is the difference between lust and love, Mataji? Lust and love.
That is more of material things.
Lust is, yeah.
More of material things. And this love means that is above all this material world, it will be.
Yeah, spiritual. It's spiritual, where
spiritual.
you will never have all these Arishad Vargas will not come there. It
Okay.
will be a pure love, like mother and the child. How
Yes,
much a
yes.
mother sacrifices and how much she takes care of the baby, sacrificing her own time, her own self. So that is a beautiful love exchange. So there also in the spiritual world, you can exchange rasas with Lord Krishna in Dasya Bhava, then friend like Sakya Bhava, then you have
Yeah.
Madhurya Bhava, then Shanta Bhava, then Vatsalya Bhava. So you have all different ways you can get connected. And when you start doing this chanting, no, slowly, when you do very good chanting, Krishna will make you realize what you are, what is your Swarupa. He will reveal that. And when he reveals our Swarupa, we will know how we are connected to Krishna, in what rasa we want to enjoy with him. All that slowly, it will be revealed. But again, that depends upon how good, how nicely you do chanting. Even if you do one round, if you are listening to all the mantras correctly, one full round you do, and listen to all that mantra, every mantra very perfectly, at the end of one mala you feel so happy, because the soul's nature is happiness. And when it finds its master, and it starts serving the master without any expecting from the master, it feels so happy.
Yes, correct.
What is your this thing? Now you started chanting, no? What is
Yes,
your
yes.
feedback?
Yeah, it is like what we say, a bit sort of a calmness and all that is there.
Slowly, you see
Yeah.
lot of change, no? Don't you observe some changes in you?
Yes.
The way you
Yes.
see life also changes.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly, because
Then
of your
we,
change in your consciousness.
then we also we feel that when little things we'll say, okay, we can just overthrow that. Okay, we can just ignore all those small petty things, no? Instead of
Yes.
getting angry for all those things. That is,
Yeah.
for small things we used to get frustrated and all.
Yeah.
So
And
now we will think, okay, oh, what is this? Let it go, like that.
let go. And in
Yeah.
24 hours, slowly, you will see more time you are devoting for spiritual activities than for
Okay.
material activities. Because we
Yeah.
are all retired people and we have crossing 160 plus, and we have seen enough in the life. So now is the time, they say, no, to completely concentrate on spiritual side, spirituality.
Yes.
For
Yes.
that,
Yes.
we have such a good platform, Krishna Consciousness, ISKCON has given us. That is Srila Prabhupada, who is our founder Acharya. We should be thankful. He has come out with so many books. And present today, our knowledge we can develop through reading books. Because earlier
Yeah.
days, a woman was not at all educated. She was within the four walls. And now we are getting such good education, and we are able to connect ourselves through the media. Then everywhere you have enough knowledge and enough information. So when you utilize it properly, no, you can come to know who you are, and you can make this life itself is the lost life.
Yeah.
Again, to be born in this world as a human or an animal or anything, you can avoid all that by properly understanding Bhagavad Gita and putting that Bhagavad Gita into practice.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So we'll ಯಾರಿಗಾದ್ರೂ doubts ಇದೆಯಾ? If anybody has any doubts or any realizations, please share. రాజీ, ఏమైనా షేర్ చేస్తావా? అర్థమైంది కదా బాగా?
ఏంలే
అర్థమైంది కదా బాగా కర్మయోగం కొంచెమైనా?
అర్థమైంది
So next
I don't know
chapter.
how to express.
Yeah. But when you start reading deeply, you read Bhagavad Gita, you read whole of third chapter. When you find time, one page per day. There are 42 shlokas in that. And in that main shlokas, you can karmaneva adhikarestu ma phaleshu kadachana. That shloka is so nice. And Krishna explains very beautifully. Srila Prabhupada's explanation is so nice. You will never get in any other Bhagavad Gita book. So you put little time and start reading third chapter. By next week, 7 days are there. You take little time every day, steal some time in between, and start reading from your book. And when you come for the next class, no, you can give so many points.
Okay.
Yeah, that is homework for you.
I will write it deep.
Yeah, you are so good. You can reproduce whatever you have learned. And how we could do now, because we are doing for the past 2020 onwards, I'm doing very regularly reading Bhagavad Gita, listening to the classes, and then associating with the devotees and chanting. That has changed so much in my life, transformed me. And now I feel so happy. Oh, let me give that happiness to others also, by making them understand reading Bhagavad Gita, which as a treasure we have got. And Bhagavad Gita is mainly used in all the courts, and even in the justice box. When you stand there, they ask you to touch the Bhagavad Gita, and then they'll take an oath on the Bhagavad Gita that whatever you're telling is truth, nothing but truth you are talking. And so that is so important, the Bhagavad Gita is. And it has been given by Lord Krishna so many years back. And still it is there, correct? And people are enjoying that. No other subject is like that. You read history, and that moment you will read, and then you forget, and you will never get that enjoyment. You read some magazine, read some story, that will be actually running in your mind. But here, when you read Bhagavad Gita, so much changes happen in you. You will realize who you are. That is very important. Okay, I'll conclude now with Mangala.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for attending.
Thank you,
Thank you, Mataji, also, Raji Mataji. Please be regular and come and attend every Saturday without fail. Then
I'll
you
be
can
coming.
see. Yeah, and try to chant more rounds. If you are chanting one round, make it 2 rounds. That's all. Make it 2 rounds for some time, for a month. Then make it 3 rounds, make it 4 rounds. You will see, you yourself will see what a change you will feel in yourself. Instead of doing meditation and all, that is not possible at all in this age. Your mind will go somewhere and all. But when you chant and when you read some books, you can bring your mind under control. Because there is one chapter on mind control, sixth chapter. How Krishna tells it is so difficult to control the mind, because mind is like a wind. Wind, can you control the wind? And mind is worse than wind. Your mind is, if you don't control the mind, it is your enemy. If you control the mind, it is your friend. Likewise, so nicely it has explained in sixth chapter. And we had some Bhakti Shastri course, no? In that, our guru who was taking class, he was telling, I have not read so deeply Ashtanga Yoga, sixth chapter. Now, when I read, I'll find it so difficult. Is it so difficult? I am finding devotional service is very nice, easy. I can perform. But controlling my mind, sitting in that posture, sitting like this, then on empty stomach you do, then facing east, then all that. One day you can do, 2 days you can do, third day you get so bored. But devotional service, any length of time you can do. Like morning you get up, automatically you go to the altar, offer flowers, offer fruits. How happy you feel. Whatever you have cooked, you will offer to the Lord. And that routine you have developed, how happy you feel. Only you should know whom to worship. You start worshipping demigods and all, slowly you will understand. There is one superior God, one God, whom if you worship, all the other gods will be satisfied. So for that, you keep Krishna, keep Radha Krishna photo in your altar and start worshipping him. Finished. You need not worship so many gods, and so many photos also not necessary. Slowly you will realize. When you read Bhagavad Gita, understand the whole concept, you will understand. Okay. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti Vaishnava Vrundi ki jai. Vaishnava Thakura Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Gurudev ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. We'll meet next Saturday.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Dandavat Pranams. I will stop sharing. Hare Krishna. ఇది ఎట్లా జూమ్ నుంచి బయట వచ్చేది? లీవ్ అంటే వస్తుంది ఇక్కడ, దీంట్లో వస్తా లేదు ల్యాప్టాప్ లో. అదే రాలేదు. లాస్ట్ టైం చేసింది ఇతరేమో లీవ్ రాలేదు, జూమ్ లోనే ఉండాలి ఇంకా. ఇక్కడ లీవ్ అంటే వస్తుంది కదా కాలం, దీంట్లో వేరే తర వస్తుంది చూడు. ఈ 3 చుక్కల దగ్గర పోతా ఫర్దర్ వస్తుంది అక్కడ ఏమైనా చూడు, ఇక్కడ ఉంది ఎండ్ చాట్. చాట్ కది చాట్ పోతా, నువ్వేమైనా మెసేజ్ పంపిస్తా, ఇది డిలీట్ కావాలి కదా కొంచెం. మీటింగ్ అంటే మొబైల్ ఎక్కడ వచ్చి కదా కాదు, ఇక్కడ ఉంది. లాస్ట్ టైం వచ్చింది ఇక్కడ కనబడింది. ఇక్కడ చూడు, ఇక్కడ జిమ్ ఉంది కదా, వీడియో వస్తుంది. అదే ఓపెన్ చేయండి. ఇదా ఇప్పుడు ఓపెన్ చేస్తుంది. లీవ్ మీటింగ్ అంటే ఎక్కడ వస్తుంది? ఇక్కడ వస్తుంది. ఇక్కడ క్లోజ్ ఇది చూడు, ఇక్కడ క్లోజ్ అని వస్తుంది చూడ, ఇక్కడ క్లోజ్ క్లోజ్ అని రాసి దాని మీద క్లిక్ చేసి చూస్తాను. లీవ్ మీటింగ్ అంటే కింద కాలంలో ఎక్కడ ఉండే కదా, కనబడలే. ఇక్కడేమైనా వస్తుందా? మాకని పైకి వస్తుంది కదా దీంట్లో మొబైల్లో, దీనికి ఎక్కడో వస్తుంది న్యూ చాట్. అది ఇప్పుడు అట్లా మీరు దీన్ని క్లిక్ చేస్తే ఇక్కడ కింద వస్తుంది. ఇక్కడ మనకి ఇక్కడ ఉంది కదా, ఇక్కడేమో వచ్చింది. ఇక్కడ ఎండ్ అని వస్తుంది చూడ, లీవ్ మీటింగ్.